Right, so we have the DC 6.5 that we are considering for our front stage application. We hope that this will be we believe it will be a very suitable system. So we want to obviously try this with you guys and test them out and see how they go. So this is what it looks like, a carbon fiber glass type speaker, 70 watt RMS rating, 3 ohm, and it's the DC, the W6.5B speaker. We believe that this has got some pretty good power on it, and the bandwidth on it, its frequency response is I think rated from 60 Hz above. So yeah, we'll probably see if we can drive it to that 60 Hz. Maybe even we'll push it a little bit, see if we can get it to play at about 50 Hz and upwards. But yeah, this is a good speaker on its own. So let's have a look at the other items. Okay, so this is the tweeters that are spec'd with it there. It's rated 25 to 85 watts, 4 ohm, the T25s. So yeah, we plan to use these. We will not be using the crossovers on them because we would like to obviously run them as active. So as an active setup, we believe it will be quite a lot better, more refined tuning, because we're planning to use a DD-DSP with it, where we'll pass band it between whatever working range we feel, maybe other 1 kilohertz, 2 kilohertz upwards. But that's still, we still need to put more pen to paper, and then yeah, we'll see how it sounds from there. These were opened before, so we're just opening it to show you now what these look like. But yeah, we believe the DC split is a really good option. I think it's really good value for money, as it comes in at a middle range, and obviously if you're choosing to run active, I think it does a brilliant job running as active as well on the tweeter and the mid-range. And we'll try and see if we can run it as a mid-bass application. But let's see, it all depends on how we set up, how's it sounding. Try mid-bass, try full range as a mid-range speaker, and then we'll take it from there. So just to share on the technical specifications for the DD-DC 6.5B split set, it's rated at a 70 watt RMS, and at a 3 ohm impedance, and it's a frequency response of 60 to 20,000 Hertz, 88 dBSPL level. Yeah, I think the FS on it must have been around 60 or so, 60. So yeah, we're hoping to try and push it down to that level. To play that nice low sort of bass we want out from the mid-range going into the mid-bass region. Right, so if you're wondering what this little box of magic is, it's called the DD-DSI-1. There was a DSI-2 release, the DSI-3. These are different versions of the digital signal processor that's made by DD Audio. Yeah, so we're going to just have a quick walk through it. That's obviously your power points, positive, negative, remote in, remote out. These are for your inputs. It's got a 6-channel input plus a set of auxiliary inputs as well from a different alternate audio source signal. This is your 8 channels to process, various applications. That's for the remote control, that's for the PC control, that's for an optic in, you're running optical cable head unit. Yeah, and this is the first version. It was, I think, built around 2015 or so. The technology revision has come quite far, so there's a lot of improvement from what it used to be before, but we are trying out what we have on hand. Obviously going to be trying out other products as well. We're hoping to get our hands on a set of the DSi-3 as well, with some newer features, Bluetooth streaming, etc., and we'll give it a try. But this is our first attempt using with the DSi-1, and can't wait to show you how it works. Alright, let's take a look at our amplifier options. On the amplifier side, we've got the TiVo 9000.5 by reference audio. So one of the best selling 5-channel amplifiers right now, going for about 2,999, give or take, somewhere around there. In terms of the performance, look at that figures, 100 by 4 at 4 ohm. It's amazing from a Class D amplifier. We'll couple together with a 600 by 1 at 1 ohm load for the mono. Does an amazing power band there. Really brilliant bang for buck. There's very little, very few 4-channel Class D 5-channel Class D amplifiers that actually produce that sort of level output, and good and clean sound as well. TiVo's got a reputation of sounding very good. The next one, we've got the mono block, which is the 9000.1. There's also a 7000.1, but we're using the 9000.1 as part of our SQ build as well. As you can see there, the ratings, we've got a power rating of 360 watts RMS by 1 at 4 ohm, 600 watt RMS by 1 at 2 ohm, and 1200 watt RMS by 1 on a 1 ohm load. So pretty decent power for driving 2 very entry level pair of subwoofers. We believe that this is really good clarity. It will actually drive even your Street Plus type subwoofers, 600 RMS, D4 pair of subwoofers. We think it'll handle it very well. And the form factor, if you look at my hand size, the form factor is very small, so it can very nicely fit behind the seat, in a bakkie, or underneath the seat in your cars and so on. As an alternate match, or a good match to the 9000.1 is the 9000.4. There's also a 7000.4, but the 9000.4 we plan to use on is at 100 by 4 RMS at 4 ohm with a 2 ohm rating of 135 watt RMS by 4. Also very good quality. The TiVo amplifiers have for years had very good reputation. We are going to be unboxing them just now for you to have a look at. But this is our choice of weaponry we are choosing for our SQ setup. Right, now we're going to unpack these amplifiers for your viewing, and I am being helped today by the person in charge, Grace. Say hi, Grace. She's gonna help me unpack amplifiers. So Grace, if you can start, let's get unpacking. Yeah, let's go there. Grace. Appreciate your work there. Open this out. Right, let's have a close-up look at the amplifier. So we've got the sub channel, we've got control and phase, low pass, subsonic, bass, boost, gain. There's your subwoofer out, there's your 4-channel, your crossovers for the 4-channel. Let's put my hand on as a bit of a reference. That's an extreme in my hand. It's not that massively big, a little bit, but if you look at the size of the amplifier, that snug as a bug 5-channel will fit underneath most car seats if mounted securely. That's a little bass controller we have here for control over the sub. So you have that as well available. Yeah, we believe that this is one of the best. Very decent bang for buck amplifiers that's in the market right now. Moving on to the 9000.1. This is the one we mentioned, that's 1200 watt RMS at 1 ohm. Look at the control there. You've got gain, you've got phase control, LPF, subsonic, bass boost as well. 4-channel RCA. Your input and output RCA with a little bass controller as well, controlling it. All nice. Wiring can be done facing forward in one direction, not from the sides. I kind of like it, especially with what we are planning to do with these amplifiers. This is the 100x4 amplifier. If you look at the size, extremely compact, very small. 100x4 watt RMS at 4 ohm. Crossovers for the front 2 channels, crossover the rear 2 channels. The TiVo, if you remember the TiVo, the original one, especially I think the TiVo 1800.1 it was a brilliant amplifier. Did very well. That's still floating in the market. Used amplifiers, they made massive power, and yeah, it's a really good choice for an amplifier for your vehicle. And we believe we want to do SQ with this. We want to start off with it and let's see where we go. So let us know what you think about our amplifiers. Okay, so this little tiny box of magic here is actually the 600 series 6-inch subwoofer rated at 600 watt RMS. It's a D2 subwoofer. It's from the D series, alright? And yeah, we want to get unboxing and let's see how it looks like. Grace, do the honors. Careful, don't cut yourself. Thank you. Oh, little 6-inch magic. Put it down here, that's fine. Let's try this. Alright. Okay. So, U600 design, 6-inch subwoofer. So it looks like. Here's my hand size for comparison. So the reason why we're going 6-inch is because we want, obviously, in an SQ environment, don't need a lot of ridiculously mad shaking the entire car bass. What you do need is good sound quality, good response from the subwoofer, accurate response. You want it to sound clean, clear, without distortion, and those are elements we're hoping we can try and get from the 600, the 606. We are going to be testing the 608, which is a 1000 watt RMS 16 subwoofer, 18 subwoofer. That is soon to come, but as a reference for good, strong, proper, good reputation, clean sounding, we believe that the 600 series 6-inch subwoofer D2, we might configure it in a 4 ohm final load by connecting them in series and run 4 ohm to the amplifier, the mono channel. We're still deciding whether we'll do it on the 4 channel or on the 5 channel or on the mono block. but we believe it should sound quite great. But again, we will test in different applications. We will be trying in a sealed enclosure, and we will also be testing a ported enclosure because our aim is we want to try and get a good flat response and see how it plays from there. Yeah, that's the 606. So, previously, just to share a very, very interesting point, is a lot of customers will come in, they said, okay, I want a 12-inch subwoofer. But the problem is that we've sort of almost grew up with 12-inch subwoofers all the time around, almost any car. But these days, with really, really small application subwoofers, we find that it's more than sufficient in the really tiny cars that we have. We find that 6-inch, 8-inch woofers are more than enough bass because the family cars and family priorities, you got to keep even your single guys and girls priorities is that you got to keep space for other things like your groceries, your shopping, the baggages when you're going on holiday. So you want the smallest possible box, and we believe that this would give you more than what you're looking for. Okay, sorry about the pause there, but I just wanted to share something here. So we had this item. This is one of our second best-selling subwoofer. First best-selling was the RA8LE, which is the 8-inch loaded subwoofer. This is the 6-inch loaded subwoofer. And yeah, the 6-inch and the 8-inch are our top two selling subwoofers. And adding to what I said before, it's actually based on the fact that people want space. Look at the size of that. And you can still retain about 3/4 of your boot. Look at that, it's ported, accurately tuned at factory, so it's going to give you very, very nice response. Allows you to do different configurations on there. But yeah, it's a dual 2 ohm, so it's a 2x2 ohm, dual 2 ohm, and this thing will absolutely blow your mind away with 400 watt RMS power that's needed to power it. Even 200, 300 RMS. You don't need to always give it to the max, but for a daily application, everyday listening on your car, this is an amazing setup. So consider this is going about 1899, 1999 for the RA loaded 6-inch. Consider also the 8-inch also available. I think that was going for about 2099. So yeah, you can see why we're trying out the small speakers. I think let's try the things that we feel that always bigger is better. It's not always. There's so much engineering and R&D behind these subwoofers that they make these small pack such a big punch that they actually sound really, really great for what they are. So yeah, I think we've just got one more item we're going to do. Let's get that unpacked next. Okay, so Grace is introducing the new. It's been around for a while. It's the DD-AW3. It's a 4 ohm speaker. Grace, can you do the honors for us? You can open up one. That's fine. Okay. Now, you might be laughing by now considering that this is a 3-inch size speaker and you're wondering what the hell can this ever do for you. Don't underestimate this at all, because this is an extremely good quality 3-inch 4-range speaker, ideally installed in Apple applications or sometimes fitted into doors, like on the top of the door pad, the door cards. It comes with it's a neodymium based magnet system. Extremely efficient. It's rated at about 50 watts RMS, but we've driven these things much harder than that to about 80-90 watt RMS, sometimes even 100 RMS depending on your tuning. This thing will blow your mind away. If you know what you're doing with it, it is absolutely amazing. We are planning to install this, not right away now. We are going to do it on our 8 pillars. We believe that there's some real enhancement that it will provide to the audio system using the DD Audio AW3. And yeah, we're going to amplify this. We're going to feed it about, give or take about between 60 and 80 watt RMS power, but we're going to really want these things to come alive. We're going to try some tricks as well to get them to play really amazing, to sound brilliant. So yeah, the AW3 is your answer. You can see it's obviously designed by a company in Germany for DD audio, so it is a good product. And let's see, we are obviously expecting some nice new products to be coming in from the US as well. This falls under the A class series or A series components. So there was a series tweeters called the 8028s. This is the A series 3-inch wideband speakers called the AW3, and then there's a A series called the AW 6.5. That also went with this. It wasn't very popular. Quite a bit sold, but you know, guys have moved on to other technologies, different brands. You know, guys from the SQ background, you know, have moved on to different brands that they find more suitable. Anyone who knows me knows that I love DD Audio in terms of their brands, their ranges as well. I keep most of my personal vehicle collection is based on DD Audio products from 10-20 years ago. I believe they still sound amazing as they did the day that they first came out. So yeah, we're looking forward to putting these to the test, and let's see. This is not part of the first phase of the build. This will come into the second phase. If there is enough time left over next week, we are doing a build vlog in the course of the week, showing the lead up to our first SQ event. But yeah, hopefully we'll get a chance, and if we do have some time left over, we'll build those 8-pillar pots for the 3-inch and try and hook them up as well. We are trying to get some basic the fundamentals right. We're trying to add a little bit of tricks, maybe some lighting in there, to see where we can how we can get the system to be completed for Saturday's show next week on the 27th, SQSA in Midrand. So yeah, that's our deadline, that's our goal, to try and be there at the SQSA show and do some demos, give some demos to customers and try and enter it and see how it sounds from there. We do have some other DD Audio products which we not really necessary to show right now. We've got the DD Audio range of wiring we're going to be using, the 12 gauge, the 4 gauge, the 0 gauge. There's a little bit of custom work we need to get done in terms of bus bars, RCAs, etc. But we'll address those at another time. For now, we just wanted to share our main products that we're planning to install, and we look forward to hearing your feedback. Don't forget to leave some comments, give us your feedback. Looking forward to it. Thank you.